see the capabilities of the tool, see the different functionalities that you have available.
So
this is
basically,
not. This is not a commercial package, is it?
oh yeah, absolutely. This is a commercial package.
Okay. Could you tell me what companies are using this right now?
Sure. I mean, we have the U.S. Navy.
Okay.
They have a big system. We do a fair amount with the military. There's the Army, Air Force.
Okay.
A few with the Navy. We do, LCTI and Patterson school districts. We don't really target a vertical. So we have distribution centers. There's one. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. We actually, on our website, we have a list of logos that shows. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield of South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
They have a warehouse where they manage their mailing for all their insurance forms.
Okay.
We have a laundromat service, believe it or not, in North Carolina. It's the largest laundromat service in the country, I think. They have vans that run around the country or run around their Mid-Atlantic territory, fixing laundromat washers and dryers.
Okay.
They sell parts.
I see. Okay. No, that's fine.
I don't know. We have thousands of customers, so they're doing all sorts of different things.
Okay. So this is RF capable.
Oh, absolutely. We have Benson can show you if he adds /mobile to the URL there. It brings up what we call JP Mobile. We did it in jQuery, so it's device independent.
Okay.
And you can run it on any browser, any device basically that runs a browser. So, but it scales to the device, so it's intended to run on iOS, iPad, iPod, iPhone.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and then Android. There's industrial Android now, and any Samsung Galaxy Note type device.
Okay.
So Benson's flipping through the mobile, what you would see on a tablet or a. I don't know do you have RF devices now in terms of like Windows mobile devices?
Yes, they're not. Yes, we have a couple. They're not. They have not been activated yet, but when we get the system, yes, I will. I would like to connect them to.
Well, we have another application that supports Windows Mobile. We don't really like, honestly, to use it much anymore.
Okay.
But if you have Windows Mobile devices, we can support them.
Okay.
We'd much rather you be on Android or iOS or a laptop or Windows Surface or something a little newer. But
okay.
So. I don't know, Ben. Why don't you take it back and just show the item master list and barcodes and warehouse and blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
Okay. So basically, I'm going to take you to the login screen here. So this is our login screen. Okay. The way the system is set up, it's set up based on a Windows model where you assign users and then you assign them to groups. Okay. So under the system menu, you find a list of system users. Okay, and this column represents the group they're in. We have privileges in the system based upon the groups. So you can restrict employees from doing certain actions. You can have, of course, admins usually have carte blanche in the system. They can pretty much do whatever they want. But out of the gate, it's basically the 4 groups that we, or 5 groups that we have are admin, customer, supplier, employee. Well, that's, yeah, admin, customer, that's only 4 groups, but yeah. So out of the gate, but you can have as many as you need. So,
Okay.
and what that does is it tailors permissions in the system. So if I go into group permissions, you'll see here that the admin group has all of this enabled in inventory, okay? So we also break down our system into modules. We'll have an inventory module, a work order module, purchase orders, shipping orders, okay?
Okay.
Utilities. So depending upon the group, you'll see that these privileges change. So normally customers aren't allowed in the inventory. Employees can do certain things, you know, and suppliers can also view their products. So usually customer and supplier are used for view-only groups. So let's go back to the item master. The dashboard that most people log into is this, okay? And it's the default item master file. So this is all the SKUs in the system, okay, by item. This list is sortable, okay, so you can click on the column headers and sort it. And you can also filter it here by just going, let's see, we'll go to 02, we'll do a 02. That filters everything out, except those items that have 02 in it.
Okay.
Now behind these screens are SQL definitions in the database. So it's very easy to change things for you guys, okay? So basically, like if you wanted to, say, get rid of a column, and you called us, we could go into this definition right here, and we could hide the column. So let's see, that's probably, yeah. If I go in here, and I change this guy to a 0, go back to the list, the label column's gone now, okay? And we can also change it, because if you notice, these are the definitions that make up the different screen sets. So we do a lot of customization within the application itself, which saves you money because you don't have to pay for custom coding. Okay?
Yeah.
It's usually, it can be done through modifying a report definition or a screen definition right in the system. So let's go back. So I'll go back to the item master list. So this edit, whenever you see a pencil icon, it's going to take you into the actual item or order or whatever it relates to. In this case, this takes you into the attributes of a particular item. So if we're on 02050 here and I go here, okay, I'm looking at it, I change the description, I can set a category that it belongs to, send a code, who the default supplier is. We also have reorder levels for purchase order utility that is used to create purchase orders on the fly based upon reorder levels, you know, min, max, and fill twos.
Okay.
You can specify whether an item is a make, which in our case would require a bill of materials. Makes are usually used in our work order system for assembling products from raw materials. You can check whether or not to use serial and lot numbers, whether or not the serial number is unique for every part in the system, or auto-assign serial numbers. And we have placeholders.
So can you maintain a bill of material within the system?
Yeah, you can set up a bill of material.
Okay.
Yep. I'll show you that when we're done here. So we also have all these pricing levels, okay, that are supported. Gross weight, cost, whether an item's a buy or a sell, what the price is, what the cost is.
Okay.
Okay, now bill of materials. If I go to bill of materials and select one, this is a bill of materials for iPod. Okay, it's an iPod. It's a 60 gig iPod, and this is what goes into building it. So you can set a bill of materials up, and then you can use a work order system for assembling it. I don't know if we have any in here. This is requested. Yep, here's a pod 60, okay? So basically, well, no, it's not. Let me build one, okay? So in order to create a work order for an assembly, I just choose assembly, save it, and then I would load the components. Oh, it should ask me for how many units to assemble. Let's say I wanted to assemble 25. Save it. And then top components. Basically what it does is it goes out and reads the bill of materials and figures out how many units you need to in order to assemble 25 of these.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So back to the item master list, and we'll work our way across here. So I got rid of the label. I want to put it back before I forget. I did put it back. Where was it? There it is. Okay. So this column takes you into warehouse permissions. So there's a system option in the system whether or not, you can have multiple warehouses. It's infinite. You know, you can set up as many warehouses as you need, and basically they're used to segregate product. Or they actually represent, you know, distribution centers across the country. It depends how you want to use them. But anyways, you have the ability to do that, and along with that, you have the ability to say whether or not an item ID is used in that warehouse. And when you uncheck it, it doesn't show up in that warehouse. Okay, so right now, I'm in the item master list, and I'm in all warehouses. But this item 0255, if I go into the manufacturing warehouse, you're going to see this list change, okay? And that item doesn't exist there, all right? So you can basically segregate material into different warehouses if you need to. Now, the advantage of that is if you're, you know, you want customers to, or suppliers or employees for that matter, to manage a distinct set of inventory, you can restrict them to the warehouse they're in. So they can't bounce around the system. When they log in, they'll log in directly into their own warehouse. Okay? Any questions up to this point?
No, that's good.
Okay, so we have descriptions here. You have the ability to upload images. Okay.
Okay.
You can tag parts with images. We keep a running history for you where you can see what's happened. Everything in the system is audited. If you move a part, you issue a part, you receive a part, is tracked. Okay, so and it'll tell you who did it, when they did it, and what was done, basically. So that's the audit trail. Reorder levels, I spoke about there. Those you can set reorder points and fill tos here. Okay.
Yeah.
These columns all represent, you know, different things. Available is definitely what's available in stock, what you have on hand. On order, what's on order. And by clicking these links, it'll tell you, okay, that 100 of these are on order, and this is the purchase order that it's on. Again, every link takes you somewhere. So if I click on that, I go into the purchase order header. If I want to know what's on that purchase order, I click on line items.
Yeah.
And it shows me what's being ordered. Okay, now this is a good point. We should receive this, okay? So here, a purchase order is actually the front end for the receiving process. So you create a purchase order. Okay, on the purchase order header, you specify the supplier you're purchasing from, where you want it shipped, and who you want to invoice. And then you go into the line items and you choose your item IDs. This case is already filled out for us, okay? And nothing's been received. See this column? Nothing's been received.
Yeah.
Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to receive this stock. So I'll show you how we receive. So if I click this button, it brings me over to the receiving grid. All right?
Yeah.
Now, there are a couple things you need to know. Okay, you need to be able to choose the location. It defaults to dock, but that may not be a valid location in the warehouse. In this case, it is, so we can use it. Okay, but if you wanted to change locations or put them in different locations, you could click on here. If there were more than one location, it would show you that, and then you could choose the location to actually receive the goods into. it creates a reference back to the PO, okay? So that's very good. And basically that's it. So when I do this, when I execute this, it's going to receive all of this into stock. So if I go to receive now, I'm going to complete it. Okay, it tells you it received it successfully, all right? And you can print labels from here, okay? So another area of customization we go to is printing. We customize labels quite frequently, okay? Not everybody has the same size printer or they want different things. But these are all receiving labels that you stick on the stock before you put it on the shelves.
So are these, what type of printers can this use just regular printers, or you have to use so it has to be, basically it just has to be any label printer, correct?
It can be any printer. It can be a laser printer.
Oh, okay.
But if you need a custom label, that's what I was saying was if you need a custom label, then we would need to know what you want to see on it, what the dimensions are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But they're easily done. We can knock them out in about 6 hours. It's no big deal. Again, if we go back to the item master, we have a link here called today's activity. Okay, today's activity shows everything that's happened within the last 24 hours in the warehouse.
Okay.
And if you look, you'll see, again, this is the audit trail I was talking about. So this shows that I received these items into inventory. The time I received them, what purchase order they came in, and what the item ID was, and the number of units.
So is this a transaction history?
Pardon me?
Is this a transaction history?
This is history, yeah. This is audit.
Okay. Okay.
So these records never go away. They're always there. From the time you start using the system until, you stop using it. Anytime
So how many years of data can you guys keep?
Well, it's unlimited. I mean, it's a SQL database.
Okay.
We have some customers that have been with us for over 12 years, and they've never done anything with their data. They've never purged their data, and basically the system, manages growth fairly well, is pretty well organized with respect to taking up space. And I'd say a 12-year-old system may grow to about 2 gigabytes, but it takes them 12 years to grow there. So it doesn't take up a lot of space.
Okay.
It can also run on anything. It can run on a Windows 7 machine, a Windows 10 machine, with SQL Express in the background. You don't have to have a server to run it.
Okay.
It can run on a PC. But we do recommend if you're going to be, enterprise level, that you run it on a decent server with, some backups and RAID arrays. So in case
But I thought you guys have a cloud service.
We do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you lease from us and run it from the cloud, we take care of all the backups and everything for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think I see now the pricing. Are you the right person to go over this?
Well, that's my partner's role, and that's why he loves to talk pricing. So I'll turn it back over to him.
Well, somebody has to talk money, right?
Right. Someone has to talk money. Benny, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So,
okay.
I sent, we talked about pricing a little bit where, basically the standard price is $80 per concurrent user, but for 10 users.
$80 per user?
Yeah, but wait a minute. We had those emails going back and forth, and we discussed how Patterson and LCTI have unlimited users for $500 a month, and what we agreed on was 10 users for $300 a month for you guys, and then if you wanted to upgrade to unlimited, we would just take you up to the 500. So you said you needed 10 users.
Yeah, I mean, to start, we are a brand new program, and and I mean, our transaction, and I think to begin with, I would just have to, set up a virtual warehouse, to start with, till till we are given permission to manage to manage the quality. Yeah. Now,
sure.
do you
what you get a couple of extra environments for that. You get what we call the sandbox.
Yeah.
And the sandbox is where we expect your students to play.
Okay.
And we have a process that restores the live production warehouse to your sandbox every night.
Oh, every night. Okay.
And then we can schedule it.
So what that means is that students cannot, everything they do in the sandbox will be wiped out every night.
Right. And it syncs back up with what it thinks your production warehouse is. So,
okay.
So that when they go in, that it should make it easy. That's how Patterson and LCCI do it.
No, I'm very familiar with this. I've been through 3 warehouse implementations, so I'm familiar with this.
Right.
Okay.
So we also give you a dev or test environment, so that if you ask for a customization, we deliver the customization to that environment, and then you say it's okay, and then we move it to the sandbox into the production environment.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
There's 3 environments.
Okay. What about training? What kind of training do you provide?
Well, there's a couple things I think we can do. We provide train the trainer training, so we would train you or whoever whoever your instructor is.
Will it be on site or?
No, well, generally not. Generally, we do it just like we just did this review. We do it through GoToMeeting. And then, we can have you drive and just walk you through it.
Okay.
We can do on site, but it's more expensive. You got to pay for it.
I see.
When we do this remote training, we generally do it for free.
Okay. What about training manuals? Do you have?
Yeah, I thought I sent you a user manual. I can send you a user manual.
No, I don't. No, I don't think you did.
Well, I'll send it to you right now.
Okay.
And the other thing that I think that you can leverage is, I would think that Patterson would give you their education materials. They probably already worked up a curriculum, and I think if you asked them, they would give it to you.
Well, yeah, the problem there right now, all the people who started this are gone. They all quit. So you have a brand new people who are still trying to figure things out.
That happens more often than not. That's not the first.
Yeah, time. I mean, in industry this is typical, but not in education. This is not very common. In education that everybody just gets up and leaves. So, but I'm sure if they haven't reached out to you guys, that they must be doing fine. They must be managing the transition. So
it's really not that difficult to learn it. It's pretty easy to pick up.
No, I mean
are very similar. Yeah.
Okay.
Once you get used to the screens, they're pretty similar.
Yeah. So what system out there? I mean, what commercial system out there would you compare yourself to?
Oh, fishbowl. Shoot, I'm blanking out.
Have you have you ever tried? Have you ever used what is it called?
There's other ones like Red Prairie, Manhattan.
Oh really? I've used Red Prairie.
Yeah, it's similar.
Oh really? Okay. So
I mean, they might be bigger and more expensive and have more functions, but it's very
yeah. So can you guys is this system ASN compatible?
Yeah, sure. You can do advanced shipping notices.
You can do okay.
I don't know what you would do them for, but the other
well,
thing, I don't know if you showed it, Ben. I was doing something else. I got distracted. Did you show them the quick order screen, Ben?
No.
The quick order screen, like LCTI has an order entry system called eSchool Mall that they interface with. I don't know if you used eSchool Mall at all or not, but
no.
What you can do is using this quick order screen, you can give your teachers the ability to generate their orders online.
Okay.
So you would create or there's already a customers group here. You would put your teachers in the customers group, and we would set this to be the default screen, and then they could come in and place an order. I don't know if some of the other schools are doing like all their office supplies, all the school supplies. So they can come in and order pen, paper, ink.
Yeah, that's what, actually what we are thinking about doing is use this to manage part supply for for the different shop. We have a welding shop, we have mechanic shop.
Right.
We use this to manage parts.
Right, all of those supplies you can manage, and then you can give your teachers access so they can come in here and order what they need to order.
Yeah.
And then actually on the handheld we have a signature capture proof of delivery, so that when the students take the product to the teacher, they sign for it, and it gives you a little audit trail to sometimes students cannot be the most reliable transportation mechanism. So you get the teachers to sign off, and then you can look up the signatures, and it shows that they received the whatever order.
Okay. Okay. What about reporting?
Sure, there's plenty of it. Go ahead, Benny.
Well, like I said, everything is defined by SQL query, including all our reports. So, we can easily create reports if you don't have them, but we have a bunch of stocked reports. This is one inventory count.
Okay.
Committed stock. Happen to be any. Cycle count by expiration date.
So, do you have okay.
Receiving stock. I think we have the receiving history.
Okay. Do you have okay. Yeah, I see that. Okay. Do you have a cycle count menu?
Have a what?
A cycle count menu.
Oh yeah, cycle counts.
Oh, we do. It actually works with a handheld.
Okay.
You run it directly from here if you wanted to do a cycle count. I can't remember. Does he have that cycle count?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Run new cycle count. Okay, so you can do it right in here if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
All locations.
So, okay. So does it? Okay. So this is a blind count.
You can do it either way, I believe.
Yeah.
You can either.
It's a blind count, so you don't see the difference till. You don't see the actual. I mean, you don't see the.
No, you do see the difference. This allows you to actually balance your inventory based upon what you found in the warehouse. It will show you the difference.
Okay.
But if you want to do a blind cycle count, I mean, I guess maybe.
I think it does it either way.
So
you have to post receipts and issues, but I think it shows you the difference.
So if the count is off, do you adjust it through inventory adjustments, or how?
You do it here. You specify what you found, and based upon the difference, if you click the post, it will adjust inventory.
I see. Okay. Okay. Wow.
It should do.
Good.
Yeah, it should do everything you need and more.
Okay.
I just sent you the user manual.
Okay, good. All right. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go back and look at the pricing that you gave me, and then I'm going to recommend this to my dean and see, and then we'll see where we need to go from here. And I think I also mentioned to you if we have the possibility of having a multi-year
sure
contract where we pay in advance, but the gamble is that in a year or two you're still around.
Well, we've been doing this since 1996, so.
Yeah, I know, but I'm also been in the industry long enough to know that.
The other thing we can do is an escrow agreement for you if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it will help us. I want to go ahead and make commitment, because this is public education. You don't just keep money around. Either you spend it or you lose it.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. That's
so fine. Okay. Well, I think we can we can make it work. So if I have the IF unit to configure, do you guys do the configuration or we do?
Ask that question again, Joseph.
If I have IF unit.
There's really nothing to configure. You just go to a URL.
Oh, okay. So just okay, because it's web based. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
The only thing that you might want to add to your handhelds are Bluetooth scanners. We don't really support the built-in camera.
Okay.
So you need to get Bluetooth scanners to work with your Android or iOS device.
Okay.
Motorola, Coamtac, and one of the more popular ones now is Socket Mobile. They make some really nice cases that the phones and tablets fit right in.
Okay.
They're like OtterBoxes with barcode scanners built into them, so it protects the device and also gives you a Bluetooth barcode scanner.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think we can. I think we can revisit those details down the road when we get going. So
the other thing that we recommend are Zebra printers. You can use like
okay.
FedEx. FedEx, is Epson or Datamax, but usually the industry standard is Zebra.
The Zebra, yeah. I've used a few of them, yeah.
And we usually customize the labels to meet your need. So you tell us what size label and then what you want on the label, and we make it. We make the label for you.
So we need to design. Yeah.
Well, you don't. Ben, I think, showed you the standard item ID label and probably the receiving label. So there's generic labels in here, but usually, people customize them.
Yeah, you want to decide what information you want on the label. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So you just tell us, and we'll make the label for you.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, I think that's all I need to know for now, and I think I will stay in touch and let you know when we decide to to go ahead and start this.
Great. That
okay.
Just let us know, what else we can do to help you get started.
Okay, we'll do. Do you guys have? I think I have Dan's email.
Yeah, just use support at CIS.
Okay.
Yeah, just use support, and it goes to all of us.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you, guys. I appreciate your time.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Have a good one.
Yep, you too.
Bye-bye.